Hey, alright, sorry. Uh, that was a heckin' long ass thing because I was taking care of a bunch of other stuff. Then I had to turn the ads on and off and on and off and on and off. So every time I came back, it was like, oh, you want an ad like every 5 seconds, right? I'm like, that's not quite what I want. So it's good to know that I got a little bit of scuff at the start of it all. But hi, I'm back. Kind of, in a way. Yes, I'm back. Ideally, I was trying to get this started yesterday, but holiday blues and everything. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do today, and I've been on a big kick of blue and tower defense. And sometime next week, I should actually have um a heckin' thing that will allow me to stream a new thing without having to sound like I have a controller in my mouth. Because I probably would have one. Granted, I probably have a controller in my mouth next week, but that's a different digress. Next week I should be getting a Pro controller for Switch, and I will be playing the only Switch game I own because Switch games are so fucking expensive, and I can't afford that. Uh, you're gone for a week. Feels like you've been gone for a month. But tonight I am going to be playing Blue Entire Defense because it's fucking I got nothing else to do. Uh, I've been trying to black border things lately, but I think I'm just going to be doing whatever and just sort of generally do a catch up of what's all occurred. It's nothing much, holiday season and all, but it'll be good to stream for a bit. At some point, I believe Frey might be joining me, but who knows. So, without, I guess, too much more runaround and what to do, let's just, transition around. Um, I used to be a relatively big balloon star defense player. I used to play as a ton back in school. Granted, back then it wasn't six; it was other things. Um, well, let's do cabin, let's do it in hard. Let's just sort of go from there. I'm not amazing at this game. I wish I was, but no, you actually don't do very well on this map because you want a place where balloons actually cross. So let's drop pirate here and just sort of let this run for a bit. But yeah, I used to play this a ton back in school, but then I stopped because I forgot about it. It pumped back up and blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, I'm back doing streaming things. I'm very excited because last week was very fun for me. I got to spend time with someone that I really wanted to spend time with for. Okay. God, that was too. Let's do shot and get you to hot shot, and then I'll probably hop down another tower. Um, but yeah, last week I went to Utah. I spent some time with my girlfriend up there, and it was really fun. Uh, it was a mistake to go during the winter because my body does not like snow and ice and things like that, and it was trying its best to remind me about it. In fact, my first day there, uh, whenever I got off at the airport and I was doing stuff and I was living my life. So I landed, right? I landed on the plane and I started messaging her and her sister and being like, okay, you know what? I landed on the plane, blah, blah, blah. And like, okay, great, we're here. We were be able to get you. And I was like, okay, awesome. For a while there, I stopped talking to them because I needed to get a wheelchair off and I was dealing with that. And so, it's radio silence for a while and my phone hasn't been like getting notifications or like that. So it keeps going. And eventually the guy who is pushing the wheelchair is like, hey, you do have your ride ready, right? Do you want to call them, make sure it's all set up and going forward? I was like, oh yeah, sure, let me do that. Let me take care of that. And so I call her up. I'm like, hey, how's it going? You and your sister here. And she's panicking. And she goes, oh, no, I'm sorry. My sister was going to be late for work. And so we need to turn back around. And so we're 15 minutes out from it all. I'm like, all right, fine. Ara. But, so, he takes me outside and tells me, it's going to take a while, but, they should be here. I'm good. If you want to go back inside and, take care of your job and do all that, I should be fine. He's like, okay, all right. And so he leaves me alone, and it starts snowing. I think it was actually snowing whenever I was landing. But I show up in basically a t-shirt and shorts because I'm from Texas. I'm an idiot. I don't fucking want to wear a jacket. Pants don't exactly go well with numb legs, etc. And so I'm left out there, and I start doing some stuff here and there, and just sort of like existing and vibing. Okay, I'll pop down. Pop down. Also, I kind of want to do just like submarines and pirate ships, but and so they leave me alone. I'm out there for a while. I'm waiting for. What do I want you to be? And I'm waiting for them. And eventually, this guy who also works at the airport, another wheelchair attendant, walks up to me and he starts going like, "Hey, how's it going, bud? You feeling like what's the issue here? What's going on?" I explained to him like, "Oh, I'm waiting for my ride. They're a little bit late, but they should be here in a bit." And he's like, "Okay, well listen, we're going to get you inside because it's freezing. We don't want you to freeze out here." And I go, "It's all right." And so he goes to grab my wheelchair, unlock it, and start moving inside. As it's happening, another person who's working at the wheelchair, working at the airport, shows up and they start talking. And eventually, they do actually show up. And I see their car and I pull them up. And I'm like, oh, hey, actually, my ride's here. And this guy, the first guy, I'm going to call him Jackass. Jackass doesn't hear me, or at the very least, doesn't pay attention to what I'm saying. And so this goes and continues until eventually she has to get out of her car and starts walking over here and physically like sees them. And he's like, "Okay, we see you. I'm gonna wheel you to the car, and we'll get you in there and all load it up." I'm like, "Okay, great, whatever." And so he wheels me up and he gets me in there, and he parks my wheelchair in such a way where how I have to get up is stepping into a small thing of like slush, basically. And so I try to get up and I slip, as is, the logical extreme of what was going to occur there. I slip, I fall, I land fucking on my ass in the airport as it's snowing in front of my girlfriend, her roommate. And it then begins a series of them trying to get me up and etc. And I'm like, guys, I can't, like, I don't have any strength in my legs. Like, you guys are basically going to have to pick me up at this point because I just don't have any strength in my legs. And so it keeps going, and like more and more people show up. They're grabbing me like under my arm, which is lifting my shirt up. They're grabbing me by my belt loop, which I told them was okay. Hey, listen, you just fucking do whatever you need to do, just get me up, basically. Like, right, that was my mentality of it all. And eventually it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, let me. I think if I scoot to the car, because it's like a low setting car. If I get to the car, I can probably just try to pop myself up onto the actual vehicle. And if I do that, I can then, just like get pulled onto the seat and we're good to go. And or at least that's what I was intending to try and do. But this fucking jackass of a man, has my arm, like holding my arm above my head basically. And he's like, hey, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? And I'm like, I need you to let go of my arm so I can get to the vehicle. He's like, what do you need me to do? I'm like, let go of my arm so I can get to the vehicle. He's like, what do you need me to do? And I have to fucking... I'm normally relatively calm in those kind of circumstances because I understand it's awkward for everyone involved. And so I try to be a little bit understanding and taking care of it and being like, oh no, don't worry about it, so on and so forth and blank. But what I have to do is scream at this man, let go of my arm. And he lets go of my arm, and he acts offended at that, at the fact that I have to scream at him. And he goes, listen, I'm just trying to do my job. I gotta help you. And I'm like, whatever. Like, there was even a point where one of the ladies was working at the Akin airport was like, hey, I think he wants you to let go of his arm. Like, I think that is what he needs you to do. And he still doesn't fucking listen. And so I fucking scream at him to do it. And I hate it, but whatever. And so eventually they, let go of my arm. I try, I fail to get up, and then it goes back into the series of them trying to lift me up and then failing, and blah, 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 blah. It just keeps going until eventually there was a moment where, like, as they were trying to get me up, like trying to do it, you typically go for the armpits, which is a mistake. But they always try to go for the armpits to pick you up. And so because of that, my shirt kept lifting up. And there was a moment in time where my fucking shirt was actually above my nipples. And it was not fun. But, like, eventually they were able to get me into the car, and I'm sitting there, and I'm fucking relieved, and my girlfriend gets in the car, and she's like, fun first meeting, right? I'm like, you wouldn't believe it. And so, we go to drive off, but before we do, I look out the small village that I've created around me, 2 wheelchair assistants, 2 baggage claim people in those, like, bright yellowish orange vests, or I guess it's more like yellowish green. I digress. And just all these other people. And the jackass. Oh, the jackass. And he starts asking me, like, hey, what's your name? And I ignore him because I fucking hate this man. And the lady who was listening to me and actually understood me was like, hey, excuse me, what's your name? I was like, oh, my name is so-and-so. This is my name, blah, blah, blah. Because, I assume they probably need this for legal reasons, and I understand that, and I'm okay with this. And I go, this is my name. I'm okay. I'm not hurt. I'm not injured. This was my own fault. Blah 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 blah. Basically being like, if shit comes down to legal issues, you're in the clear. Just so I could get the fuck out of there as soon as possible, because I was just done with it. And then we drove off, and it was, it was a really fun first encounter, or first interaction with Utah. I despise Utah, or at the very least, I hate it in the winter, because it's just, it's a nightmare. Okay, then we do Bernie stuff, signal flare, all that. Eventually we want to try to save up for shattering shells. But it was a nightmare. Like, it was snowing so many times that I was there. Eventually it got to a point where I had to actually get, like, a wheelchair while I was there, just so I could be able to leave the Airbnb that I was staying in. And I've learned something, and that is a wheelchair, because I've never actually had to buy a wheelchair. We've always just sort of, like, had one around the house. But I've learned, wheelchairs are fucking expensive. Like, we end up having to buy, like, a $300 wheelchair, and it's just like, I'm sorry, why are they so expensive? But besides that, it was fun. It was a really fun trip. I was able to do and exist, and then, have a fun time. Utah has, like, these soda shops, which are really fascinating because, you know, a large population of Utah is Mormon, and Mormon religion that doesn't really like caffeine and things like that due to the fact that it's considered a drug or something. I don't know. I'm not Mormon, and I'm a little shaky on my Latter Day Saint mythology, but whatever. Um, and so they have soda shops. Soda shops are very popular down there. And what they do is they just like mix soda with a bunch of different like flavors and things like that to create like actual interesting sodas. There was one that I had that I really really liked. It was I think it was actually like supposed to be a children's drink if I'm remembering the one that I liked correctly because I had a couple while I was down there. But I believe the one that I really liked was supposed to be a children's drink, but it was called Sharks in the Water, and it is such a good fucking drink. It's like a bitter, slightly tart Sprite. I should start having like actual economy. Hold on. But it's like a bitter, slightly tart Sprite, and it's such a good thing. And the other thing is that I think really helped me grow a love and fascination for sharks in the water is the fact that it also had gummy sharks in it, and hence why you know it was probably more like a child's drink. But I don't give a crap. I fucking love that shit. It was so because you know it was Sprite. It was a blue tart Sprite, and it's fascinating what like people are willing to do and actually create in order to do these different things. Um, like it's just a thing that I never thought would actually exist. But like I suppose that there is a market for the stuff because you know because of that market it allows because of the environment in which it was created and it was forced to sort of create this. Can't destroy you. Okay. It was forced to create this what am I trying to think of? This new product basically. Like down here in Texas, I don't think soda shops would have really picked up as much as they did because it was created as a alternative for caffeine for coffee shops and things like that. And so I'm not certain how many people would actually have bought into or even you know done soda shops. I know whenever I first heard it, I was a little bit confused at the premise, not to put certain how much it would be, because you know if you want a soda, you go to a gas station or something, just move on with your life. But like seeing it in actual practice is interesting. It's definitely a experience that I'm very happy I was able to enjoy. Okay, what do I want to purchase? I just want to save up my money, and we're not really running into too many issues. Um, I think I want to start building up my economy a little bit more with merchant ships. But yeah, it was a really fun experience. All I really dislike snow. Is what I've learned about that. So I do think if I ever go back to Utah, it's going to be in the spring or the summer. But a thing that I've always wanted to do, and I've always talked about it. I think I've even talked about it a couple of times on here. But traveling is a thing that I've always wanted to be able to do properly. I've always wanted to be able to go from one place to the next and travel and experience new things. And so this trip was what I was trying to do. It allowed me to travel and experience new things and get to spend time with someone that I truly, truly want to spend time with. And it's an experience I don't think I would give up again. Because, or that I would ever give up if given like a second chance. Because traveling in general is a fun experience. The times that I have traveled and I've gone from one location to the next and been able to actually see the sights and do all these things are experiences that I hold dearly to me. And I wish I'd be able to do. I wish it was more accessible, accessible, um, as a whole. But things aren't always like that. What have you? Airports are fucking expensive. It's goddamn fucking trips and things like that so fucking expensive. But it's worth it, and it really is. If I had a chance to travel anywhere and see the sights and do anything, I would really love to backpack across Europe. I know, that's a thing that I don't think is really feasible for me due to a variety of reasons. But if given the opportunity, if given the chance to backpack, to be able to go from country to country and see all that it has to offer to me, I think that's something that I would jump at the opportunity to do. It would be such a fun experience of being able to see new things, which I think is kind of the point of it all. Sorry. Oh, what do you do again? Oh, Christy attacks me about water-based monkeys. Okay. Out of curiosity, what do you do? Oh, that's what you do. Okay, okay. I was getting these two mixed up. Yeah, I want to pop down one of you. I just want to pop down a camos detecting sub. But I would love to be able to like properly backpack across Europe. I think that would really be just a fun experience. Something that I would. Right, whatever. That being able to do is something that those that have experienced it, they experience so many new things that in a way I'm incredibly jealous of. What's going on? What do I want to put down? I forgot. I wasn't like it was that, but it's also not that. I think I just want to do another sub. Boop 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 boop. And then I'm going to do everywhere. Yeah, I'll use some merge for now. But the experience is really like the point of it all. Those that have lived and been able to travel around, I think they've always been relatively happy. They've always been able to experience something, Maybe it's a little bit hippie-ish of me to want to do that, but I think that the experience would yield a good thing. It's never bad to experience new things. To that's not what I meant to do. Whatever. To find and experience. Like, I know I definitely talked about this whenever I came back from streaming the last time when I got over the great sick and the pneumonia and all of that. I talked about the skydiving, how I was upset that I wasn't able to properly do that. But, you know, I always go back to that because that was a big thing for me. It was a big experience that I think would have been, I'm just going to free play for now. I'm just doing whatever. That would have been a really fun and vibrant experience. And I turned away from that from fear. And I don't want to do that. So whenever I had the opportunity to go to Utah during winter, you know, during the time of it all, I didn't want to push it off to a point where I couldn't anymore. So I chose to sort of go to this time where more than likely it was going to end poorly for me. But I wanted to do it. I wanted to try and experience that. I don't regret that. I really don't. I think out of all the things that I could have done, going there is what was a good thing. Do your fast firing, all of this, full metal jacket, that, and I'm going to work up towards elite defender because it allowed me to experience something, experience a thing that I would have normally been scared to do. And I was definitely scared while I was there. Fear is definitely powerful. It's definitely a motivator for a lot of people and a lot of things. But it's one that I don't want to be ruled by it because I've been ruled by it too much. It's a thing that I've decided I'm not going to look at and let it be the excuse that it's always been. If I have an opportunity to do something or I have an idea and I can try to make it work, that's going to be great. It's part of the reason why I want to try streaming. It's why I'm going to be trying to actually move my stream times from these late night experiences where I'm just talking about nothing and etc. to hopefully sometime during the day. Um, you know, I have no guarantees about that or anything like that, but I want to try and I want to try and making streaming a more focused, pronounced thing. I want to be able to be proud of what I've done, be proud of everything else. Cause not to say in the least that I'm not proud of what I've done, because I am. I am exceptionally proud of what I've been able to achieve. Because what I've been able to achieve is insane, considering everything. So, I want to try to achieve it. I was able to achieve a lot this last year based purely off of the things that I've done. So I can only imagine what next year what next year has in store. Next year is going to be a trip for sure. I don't have any big plans ready quite yet. I would love to, but funds kind of keep me away from being able to do anything like that. Oh, what? Okay. For you. So, you know, I don't really have anything there quite yet. I know that in the night shift, you're going to be trying to work on Let's Plays and things like that. In fact, me and Frey actually have a thing prepared or scheduled. So that's going to be fun, but I definitely want to make being a content creator a much bigger part of my life. I want to be able to look back at 2023 and be, that's the year that I got shit done. I want to look back and say, in a way, that was the year that my life took off. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do bank. I just realized, oh, because I don't want to be ashamed of what I've been doing. So, and I feel like I've been hitting that wall again, hitting that wall of not knowing what I'm doing. So I'm going to look around. I'm going to try and talk to my friends and try and be more into content creating. I'm going to try and start posting things onto YouTube and really, in a way, not be too much of like getting out there. But you know what I mean? I'm trying to actually do something. Because the part of the reason why I even got into streaming in the first place is because I felt not quite lost, but definitely stuck. Definitely stuck at a place that I just didn't want to be at anymore. And so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work and I'm going to work and I'm going to get into a place that I feel like I'm happy with. What I would do. I think I want to do next. Yeah. And I don't know where that point's going to be. I'm excited to see where it might be. But until I get there, I won't really know. Okay. Let's start building the economy more. Let's do those. But wherever I go, wherever I get to, I have to thank so many people. The fact that I thank so many people that where I'm at is in a way because of their support. Because I've received so much help from so many different people. And that's a thing that I'm never going to forget. I'm never going to look back and be like, oh, you know, I got here. I got help from heckin' Bubbles and Neosis and Taco and the Night Shift and Displacer, Bach, and so many people that I'm forgetting. A Peppermint, like it just. There's so many people, and I'm so grateful for so many. I think part of the reason why I'm looking back on this now and I'm thinking about it is, you know, it's the end of the year. It's that time. Woo! That was close. Or if I should start micromanaging. Ow. I'm not gonna start micromanaging. Who am I kidding? But yeah. Where I'm at is just, it's the product of so many things. So I can only imagine what next year is going to be like. Okay. Start putting down. I was thinking about putting down something, but I don't think I will. Ooh. I want to do that. And then there's those two. Oh, right, yeah, that's why I wanted you, so that way then there was going to be cooldown reductions. Okay. I am going to do this. But yeah, this round really is just me sort of fucking around. I am excited because I am using some upgrades that I don't normally use. And yep, that was it. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. I've been trying to really get out of my comfort zone with this game and try to do things that I'm not really used to. Ugh. But it's fun. It's nice. I'm going to go for another 20 minutes or so, and I might try to call it off there. But this was really just me getting back in the groove. I'm going to do a couple of songs once that gets all done and up. But I'm trying to get back in the groove of streaming. I'm trying to get back formulating thoughts and getting things across and talking. It's tough. It's tough when I've been in that holiday brain for so long. And I'm trying to really shake it off. I'm going to do... What would be a fun one? Let's do this one. I'm not too certain how I'm going to do this. Okay. So I'm gonna put you up here. This probably won't be a bit of a mistake. Because I've actually never used, or I've never played on this map before. So I'm excited to see.
This is me, Popstar.
That's probably not a great place to put you. But I'll wrap up. Okay. Oh, and then you do it like that. Alright. You guys probably don't go back up to should. Oh, no, wait, there is one thing that I want to try doing. Because I was actually watching a YouTube short about this, and I was curious. The super monkey ones, I'm able to actually get up to that point. But I'm curious how you do it. Great. Okay. If you go with like the laser eyes and you put it close to the edge, it will actually like raise up the height level, and you'll be able to see over it. And it's actually interesting. So I think I'm gonna try to save up for that and try that, sort of see where it goes. But getting back into this, I'm trying to get out of my holiday brain of etc. Because it's surprise, surprise, I don't really practice talking or anything like that whenever I'm just existing, doing my own thing. And so, God.
Oh, I could have popped that.
Yeah, I know you could have. But yeah, I'm trying really, really hard to get back into it. I think everyone sort of has this issue with holidays. It's that holiday break, right? Generally, it's around these times where you get these breaks from school or work or whatever. And whenever you get back to it all, it takes a while for your mind and your brain to catch up and slowly start working how it should be. And I know that I'm definitely there. I've always had this bad issue of getting back in the groove, getting back in the swing of it all. I remember back in elementary school, a coach, we were getting back from. I think I think a lot of people did this for PE teachers and stuff like that. Where you come back from Thanksgiving break, it's like, all right, great.
I could have popped that.
You. We're gonna work off that fat, the Thanksgiving weight that you guys picked up. Like, yeah, we're gonna be doing that and etc. But for me, it's more working off the mental flab. Because it's fun. It really is. It's easy to just be
Pop that.
laid back and not worrying about things, but you really do need to just start getting off. Getting off your ass and start thinking and properly doing things. Ah, damn it. I went to wait a little bit longer on that.
I could have popped that.
Yeah, I know, whatever. But yeah, getting off your ass and actually working and doing all these things. I'm so curious you up here if you do that. Same. Oh, your laser blasts are so expensive. Whatever. But I'm trying. I'm not quite formulating amazing thoughts in these early episodes. They're definitely going to be a lot less entertaining than they normally are. If at any, but I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm working. I'm a working girl. I think I'm going to try to do some more collabs. I know I was talking to Peppermint and I need to do a collab with her at some point. Because we were always talking about it. I'm like, yeah, once I get my schedule back together, I'd love to play with her. Really, I think what I'd love to do is I'd try to get her, Bach, and a few other people and try to play Monster Prom. I think that, yeah, Monster Prom. I think that'd be a really fun time. There's so many people that I just want to hang out with and meet back up and just sort of do stupid stuff with. And I've had Monster Prom 3 for a while now. And so I think it'd be fun to play with and do all that. It's definitely has a lot more mechanics and things like that. I saying things like that a lot. I haven't had a chance to properly play it with other people. Oh, god damn it. Don't work. Oh well. I haven't had a chance to really play it with a ton of people, so I can't quite say. But I believe it would be fun. I played a very small, quick game when it first came out with the Quest and some of the others from the night shifts and just sort of checked it out, and it was rather fun. It had some interesting mechanics here and there about how certain things worked. So it would be a fun experience to properly play that with other people. It's definitely a game that I bought and I thought I'd be playing a lot more of, and then it just never came to be. That's not good.
I could have popped that.
Okay, alright. Well, let's... Hey, how do you feel about an alchemist? I really should have put you over here so you could have been buffing him as well. You're out of range. Oh well. Wish I could which ones upped your range, because I think you do have some things that up your range, but I can't remember for the life of me.
Looking sharp.
But yeah, it'd be a really fun experience. Oh, and also speaking about collabs, I'll actually be collabing with some people tomorrow around 8 p.m. We'll be playing Jackbox. It's gonna be a really fun experience. Alright. like that. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. Sorry that you're following on such a mess of a stream. But, yeah, it's gonna be a real fun experience. I'm excited to play with these guys. I know it's gonna be Suki, Bach, Bumbles, Frey's gonna be in there, obviously, because he permeates everything. It's just a few people. Hi, how's it going? Sorry, I'm incredibly scatterbrained right now, as it tends to be. Uh, this is what I want to do. It's going to be fun. I don't know quite what Jackbox games we're going to be playing, but I don't know which ones we're quite going to be playing yet, but whichever ones we do is going to be a fun blast.
Oh, I could have popped that.
Let's see here. Oh, that's not what to do. That there. Just a little bit. Where are you? I know you're here. There you are. But I'm excited. It's really just shaking off the rust. It's getting back in there and doing things that I am supposed to be good at. I'm supposed to be good at talking and doing all these things, but I've been taking it too easy, I guess. The frost has not been helping whatsoever, but etc. Alright. At this point, I'm just sort of saying. What?
That tickles.
I think you might be the only one watching right now. Quite honestly, I'm just sort of talking and expressing, just doing whatever. Yeah, don't. Oh, it's. By the way, just because this is probably your first time here, don't feel like you need to talk or anything if you don't want to. It's. This really is not exactly the ideal time for showing up. No offense or anything like that. Thank you for showing me, coming and talking and stuff, but I've been on vacation for a week, and then like the week before that I had pneumonia. So I'm like super rusty on streaming and talking and everything else. As much as I wish I wasn't. It's it's not a fun time. But I think it's part of the reason why I'm running out of steam around here. It is the rust. It's the fact that my brain is trying to come up with actual things to talk, communicate about, but it just... all it really wants to do around this time is sleeping. Because originally what my stream schedule looked like is I would stream at around midnight-ish my time. And then stream for about an hour or two and then go to bed, but heckin' that vacation was kind of screwed my sleep schedule, like a ton. The sleep schedule originally that I had was, properly being able to stream around this time, then go to bed around 1 or 2, and then exist from there, but after going to bed at an actual proper time for a while, it's definitely fucked with me. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's, in a way, talking is just like riding a bike or really any other skill. It's just a matter about practicing. It's a matter of making certain that you're properly flexing, exercising that muscle to be able to communicate and properly think and then expand and go from there. But ugh, sleep really starts doing that. When the big things, sleep is, or lack thereof, I should say. Those that experience a lack of sleep, uh, um, it's an inebriator, right? I think it's the proper term, inebriator. Uh, it's like with like drugs or alcohol or anything. It's a way to almost simulate being drunk or being high because your brain starts almost producing those proper chemicals. It's a lazy man's high, which is part of the reason why when people start getting incredibly sleepy, incredibly droopy, they become, dopey. They become
Get ready.
boofs, as I like to call it, due to lack of a better term. So I'm slowly getting. Uh, I probably shouldn't have done such a long round, but whatever. Or long difficulty? No, yeah. Considering I think I was actually going to try and end this in a bit here. So I think I'm just going to try to get through this round. And this difficulty probably end there. So let me turn on auto start. I'm just going to let this go until I fail. Intelligence Bureau. Yeah.
Clean cuts.
Yeah. Thanks for the confidence. Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I got no promises on that. I fame or fortune isn't exactly what I'm looking for in life, but it's never exactly a negative. Thank you for the vote of confidence. It does. It's I go into streaming because yeah, okay, I wasn't paying attention at all. But exactly, live your life. But heckin' yeah, I think that's a good time to start wrapping up the stream. I'm going to do one last thing, which I normally do at the end of my streams. I haven't done it for a while because I've been either sick or away or out of practice or having to end early or one thing or another, and it just keeps popping up and preventing me from being able to properly do it. But normally, what I do whenever in my streams is I sing one or two songs, just sort of a practice properly getting things out in my voice and etc. And two, I'm stealing it from a friend of mine who I thought did it fairly, really well, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna steal that from you. So I'm just going to do, yeah, let's say two songs and end it there for the night. So let's see. Let's see. I know I probably want to do, and by that probably I mean I am going to do a couple of musical songs. So musical songs, yeah, exactly. Boop doop 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 doop. Musicals. Let's go with this song. But first, I need to do some audio balancing. Okay, that should be okay. That should be okay. All right, this is going to be fun. Water ready? Yeah, I do. This is going to fucking tear up my throat. So actually, speaking of, let me actually take a sip. Mm. Cheers. All right. To forgive, it's been a while since I've B sung this song. But let's give it a shot, shall we? You could use a buddy. Don't you want a pal? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Girl, the way I see it, your daddy should be leaving, and I'm gonna pause this to take care of this stuff. Hi, how's it going, you? I don't know you. Leave. You're a bot. Boop a doop a doop boop boop. Ban. Alright. And now I do this again. All from the top. Real fun. You could use a buddy. Don't you want a pal? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Girl, the way I see it, your daddy should be leaving and you should stick around and kill him. What? Nothing. So, Lydia, don't end yourself. Defend yourself. Daddy is the one you should maim. Together we'll exterminate, assassinate. No, the finer points can wait, but first you gotta say my name. Go ahead and jump, but that won't stop him. Here you got a solid plan B option. How's it going, Frey?
Hello, I see I came in at an interesting time.
Yeah, you did. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see. First time chatting. What? Oh, yeah. Hi, how's it going, everyone? This is fucking Frey. Yeah, you came at an interesting time. But it was like I'm kind of running out of steam, and I don't know if you going to show up, so I'm gonna fucking end my stream.
I made it. I was able to get the freebie down, and I made it.
All right, then. In that case, you want to try to do one round of balloons real quick?
Fuck yeah, let's give it a shot, homeboy.
Since you fucking showed up.
Yep, I made it fashionably late as
Oh
always.
yeah, oh yeah. Trust me, man. This is definitely a scene where it's like I'm really rusty because I haven't streamed properly in like 3 or 4 weeks. I'm just going to do like an hour today.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm poking for my overlays as we speak, and I gotta wonder when the fuck I'm gonna stream. All right.
Anyway,
There
so
we go.
yeah, it turns out I'm not going to be ending stream. Um,
I
now I
can't
gotta
play
do
social
some
until level
fucking
20.
editing real quick.
Wait, play social. Does that mean we can play together?
Yeah, play social. That means we can play
I
together.
have to be level 20.
Oh, how long have you fucking had this game?
I just bought this an hour ago, but it's okay. I have a plan.
Alright, so it looks like yeah knows. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being like time to end stream, then being like time not to end stream. I think it's time to end stream.
Whoopsie doodles.
See
My
doodles.
apologies.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. That said, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick back up with saying my name. This is actually funny. As soon as I started singing that, a bot popped in the chat, and I'm like, great, thanks.
Wunderbar.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I guess, yeah, fucking, it is proper time to end stream. I'm going to not say my name. Thanks, guy.
Whoopsie doodles. My deepest apologies.
It's all good. It's all good. It's funny. It's for the laughs, you know.
Gotta make them laugh, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do. Fuck. What's a song that I do good? I can't remember.
You could totally sing Giving Up by Linkin Park as loud as you can at what time is it for you? 1:11 in the morning? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm giving up.
Nah, like I'm debating about sweet transvestite. How you
Sweet
do I see you've met my. Oh, heckin' good night, Jen. When you naughty, thought you were the candy man. No. Yeah, it was a good job all the way up until the point where it wasn't. Uh, Wrist pies in London. It's always a good one.
Ooh, wrist pies in London, huh?
Yeah, wrist pies. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. From the producers.
Oh, I see, I see.
I assume you're not a big musical person.
I mean, I'm not a musical person. I don't know as many musicals as I should.
Mm.
I know the basics. I know Chicago. I know Newsies, or I
Yeah,
think that's
Newsies.
called.
It's the one about the little boys selling newspapers and fucking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
London.
I of course know Hamilton, but everyone and their
Yeah,
fucking mother knows
everyone
Hamilton.
knows Hamilton.
Yes, we're not
Um,
special. So yeah.
yes, I'll be on tomorrow. I am going to be streaming twice tomorrow, actually. Once with Frey doing Jackbox with a couple other people, and once doing who knows what the fuck.
That's right. We are. We have the Jackbox stream tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. You know what I'm going to sing? I'm actually going to sing "You're Nothing Without Me," which I think is actually a song that you, as a writer, would really appreciate.
Oh.
So the song is basically an author and his basically the main character from his book singing at each other back and forth, being like, "You're nothing without me."
Oh, I see. I do take great pleasure in torturing my sweet babies. So yes.
Yeah. Let me. I can get it going. You won't be able to hear the music, but
That's okay.
whatever.
One thing I will be able to do though is I am currently uh how do I put this? Currently, I am uh doing my part and desperately trying to grind
Okay.
to hit level 20.
And yeah, I'll see you then, Jaden. I can have a good night. Okay. So hell, we can probably even do this tomorrow. Like that way, then for a fact, you have hit level 20.
I should have hit level 20.
Yeah. I mean,
I
dude,
suck.
I'm fucking level 94.
Oh.
I play this a lot. I think I have like over 100 hours in this game. Oh no, I'm almost. I'm at 78 hours.
Yeah, I just picked it up because I was like, man, you know what? This game is on sale. It's $1.
Dude, no, I've been playing this game like a ton lately. Okay, so yeah, GG. Let's see here. Okay. Oop, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a song that again I haven't sung in forever. So yeah.
It's okay, Yin. I'll only make fun of you. That is a
You
joke.
are some gumshoe, you just don't think well. Get this dumb gumshoe, you come from my inkwell. Is your mouth lonely with one foot in there? Stone, your brain only holds thoughts I put in there. Just what you are, I'll spell out. You are a novel pain. One speck of lint that fell out. The last time that I picked my brain. You are so jealous of my track record. Tolstoy, do tell us your feeble hack record. Your knees weak brand you, soft and unstable. One small threat and you fold like a card table. You drool at my adventures. Your rods in bed are bored. Go home and soak your dentures. Your pen is no match for my sword. You're nothing without me. No one who'd go undefined. You wouldn't exist you'd never be missed. I tell you, you're out of my mind. I'll show off, I'll blow hard. You're equal parts hot air and gold, and no one would doubt me. Without me, you're nothing at all. Oh, jeez, that's a lot. I plot, I'm still your creator. I call each shot, I'm your private dictator. You are so thick, you eat, breathe, sleep fiction. I'm your meal ticket, knee deep in cheap diction. You gloating ignoramus. You haven't any shame. Hey, I'm a famous Seamus, and most people don't know your name. You're nothing. Not quite yet.
Not quite
Nothing
yet.
without me. You dump me, you just disappear right into thin air, and no one would care or notice you ever were here. A puppet, an upstart, a loser who's destined to fall. I'm everything you always wanted to be. Let's deal with the issue, you wish you were me. You're nothing without me. Without me, you're nothing at all. Nope, that's flat. That's flat and sharp. I'm not singing that last line. Woo!
Go lower. Go lower. That'll help.
At all.
And you faded out.
Yeah, exactly. Because Discord's
That's
like, you're not speaking.
How dare you try?
Exactly. But anyways, thanks for joining me for the last bit of it all. Thank you for everyone who showed up and listened to that abysmal show storm of shit flowing out of my mouth. I'm gonna wrap this up before Twitch is like, you have 5 minutes before you get an ad.
Oh, there's an ad.
Weird.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
I'm fucking with you. There is no ad.
Oh Christ, so good. Thanks. For now, heckin', thank you everyone who showed up. It means the world to me. It'll always mean the world to me. I'll be back tomorrow with Jackbox with a couple of other people. Assuming I stream, I think they'd be okay with me streaming my perspective, but whatever.
Yeah, I have to double check with them. I don't know if it's actually going to be streamed or not, or it was going to be streamed and then it was up in the air. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I'll be back tomorrow for sure, streaming who knows what. Maybe balloons with Frey. Again, who knows? For now, and only for now. Fucking school thing. Thank you again. Just means the world to me. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Have a good time zone, and yeah. Bye.
Bye.